You're eating 100 grams of protein every day. You're exercising. You're doing everything right. But your muscles aren't growing. In fact, you might be getting weaker. Here's why. You're missing a nutrient that makes protein actually work. Without it, that protein you're eating is completely wasted. I'm Dr. Hillman, and in the next 11 minutes, I'm going to expose 2 nuts that contain more healthy fat than avocado. One has 8 times more fat and rebuilt 7 pounds of muscle in my 62-year-old patient in just 12 weeks. But first, I need to warn you about something shocking. Stay with me until minute 9, because what I discovered about the 3 toxic fats hiding in your kitchen will absolutely terrify you. The third one is marketed as healthy dark chocolate, but it's destroying your muscles from the inside out. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 62 years old. For 8 months, Margaret lifted weights 3 times a week, never missed a session. She ate high protein. She tracked her calories obsessively. She did everything the fitness gurus told her to do. You know what happened? She gained 6 pounds of fat while losing muscle. Her arms got thinner. Her belly got softer. She felt weaker every week. When Margaret came to my office, she was crying. She said, "Doctor, I'm doing everything right. Why is my body falling apart?" During our consultation, I discovered something shocking. Margaret was eating only 20 grams of fat per day. Egg whites for breakfast, tilapia for lunch, chicken breast for dinner. 0 fat, all lean protein. Her body was starving for the one nutrient that makes protein actually build muscle. Healthy fat. But here's what shocked me when I ran her blood work. Her testosterone was at rock bottom. Her vitamin D was critically low. Her inflammation markers were through the roof. Without fat, her body couldn't absorb vitamins A, D, E, and K. Without those vitamins, her muscles couldn't use the protein she was eating. I'll tell you exactly what was happening at minute 9. Keep watching. Here's what the fitness industry will ever tell you. Protein alone won't build muscle after 60. You need fat to make it work. Fat delivers more than twice the energy per gram as protein. 9 calories compared to just 4. But decades of false information turned fat into the bad guy. They told you to buy low-fat everything. Low-fat cheese, low-fat yogurt, low-fat milk. And you know what they did? They took out the fat and added garbage, sugar, artificial sweeteners, thickeners, emulsifiers. These replacements are destroying your gut health, spiking inflammation, and sabotaging everything you're trying to accomplish. A 2023 study followed seniors who ate tree nuts regularly. The results were remarkable. They showed improved muscle strength and reduced inflammation compared to those who avoided nuts. The combination of healthy fats, protein, and micronutrients supported better muscle protein synthesis and recovery in seniors over 60. But there are TWO-specific nuts that work better than anything else. And the second nut I'm revealing has a secret compound that most doctors have never heard of. Keep watching. The first nut is pecans. 1 ounce of pecans contains 20 grams of healthy fat. But it's not just any fat. It's the exact type of fat your muscles need to grow. Pecans contain saturated fat that triggers your body to produce more testosterone. And testosterone is absolutely critical for muscle building after 60. But here's what makes pecans extraordinary. They contain vitamin E and antioxidants that reduce inflammation. Remember, inflamed muscles cannot grow. Pecans cool down that inflammation and unlock muscle growth. Pecans also help you feel fuller for hours. No more binge eating. No more packing on body fat instead of muscle. Let me tell you about James. He's 68 years old. James came to me frustrated. He was eating plenty of protein but still losing muscle. His energy was crashing by 2 p.m. every day. I told James to add 1 handful of pecans to each meal. Within 4 weeks, his energy stabilized. His muscle mass increased. He felt satisfied after meals for the first time in years. Here's how to use pecans properly. For breakfast, make a pecan-crusted omelette. Crack 3 eggs into a bowl. Whisk them with heavy cream, salt, and pepper. Heat a tablespoon of beef tallow in your skillet. Chop a 1/4 cup of pecans. Pour your eggs into the hot pan. Sprinkle the pecans across 1/2 with sharp cheddar cheese and fresh spinach. Fold it over and let the cheese melt. For lunch, make a pecan chicken salad. Start with mixed greens and arugula. Add sliced grilled chicken thigh, not breast, you want that fat. Add cherry tomatoes, cucumber, blue cheese, and a generous handful of toasted pecans. Drizzle with olive oil and apple cider vinegar. For dinner, make pecan-crusted salmon. Take a 6-ounce salmon fillet, pat it dry, season with salt and pepper. Chop 1/2 cup of pecans. Press them firmly onto the top of the salmon. Heat beef tallow in a cast iron skillet. Place the salmon in the pan, pecan side up. Let it sear for 4 minutes without touching it. Flip it and cook another 3 to 4 minutes until the crust is golden. Serve with roasted Brussels sprouts. But here's the critical part. If you only eat pecans, you still won't build optimal muscle. You must combine them with the next nut I'm about to reveal. Without this combination, you're wasting your time. Keep watching. The second nut is macadamia nuts, and this one's gonna blow your mind. Macadamia nuts contain 76 grams of fat per 100 grams. That's eight more fat than avocado. They have one of the highest fat contents of any nut on earth. But here's what makes macadamia nuts special. They're richer in monounsaturated fats, especially omega-7. This makes them excellent for metabolism and heart health. They also have fewer carbs and unique plant sterols that support hormone balance. When you combine macadamia nuts with pecans, you create the perfect healthy fat source for muscle building. Now you might ask, do fats really matter for body composition? The answer is absolutely yes. Let me show you the signs you're not getting enough. First sign: dry, scaly hair. Fats are essential for healthy, shiny hair that doesn't break or thin out. Second sign: dry, itchy skin. Without healthy fats, you get dry, flaky skin that ages faster. Third sign: brain fog. Omega-3 fats are critical for brain function. Without them, your mental clarity disappears. Fourth sign: vitamin deficiencies. Vitamins A, D, E, and K require dietary fat to be absorbed. Without fat, you're literally flushing these vitamins away. Fifth sign: joint pain and inflammation. Healthy fats reduce joint pain and stiffness. Now tell me, if your body is suffering from all these issues, how are you going to build any muscle? A 2022 study examined older adults who ate macadamia nuts daily for 12 weeks. The researchers found improved muscle strength, better inflammatory profiles, and enhanced insulin sensitivity. The study specifically noted that the monounsaturated fats and plant sterols in macadamia nuts supported hormone balance and muscle protein synthesis in adults over 65. I personally add a small handful of macadamia nuts to each of my meals. I see this constantly. People eating too lean, egg whites, tilapia, chicken breast, consuming maybe 20 grams of fat a day, and they're absolutely crashing their hormone production. This will directly destroy your results and your muscle composition. Here's how to use macadamia nuts properly. For breakfast, make a macadamia nut butter smoothie. Blend 2 tablespoons of macadamia nut butter with vanilla protein powder, half a frozen banana, full-fat coconut milk, a handful of spinach, and ground flax seed. For lunch, make macadamia-crusted chicken thighs. Take 2 bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. Pat them dry. Season with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Chop 1/3 cup of macadamia nuts. Press them into the skin side. Heat beef tallow in a cast iron skillet. Place the chicken skin side down. Let them sear for 6 minutes until the crust is golden. Flip and cook another 8 to 10 minutes. Serve with roasted asparagus. For dinner, make macadamia pesto pasta. Cook protein chickpea pasta. In a food processor, combine fresh basil, half a cup of macadamia nuts, 2 cloves of garlic, Parmesan cheese, and olive oil. Pulse until smooth. Toss with pasta. Top with grilled shrimp or steak. Now you have the 2 keys. Pecans and macadamia nuts combined. But all of this can be completely undone if you pair them with the next 3 toxic fats I'm about to reveal. The last one is marketed as healthy dark chocolate, but it's destroying your muscles from the inside out. Remember Margaret from the beginning, the 62-year-old who gained 6 pounds of fat while losing muscle. When I dug deeper into her diet, I found the culprit. She was eating cottonseed oil, soybean oil, and low-quality chocolate every single day. These 3 toxic fats were poisoning her muscle-building efforts. Let me explain why. The first toxic fat is cottonseed oil. For thousands of years, humans thrived on coconut oil, olive oil, butter, and beef tallow. These fats were simple, pressed from olives, rendered from quality meat, natural and pure. But nobody could extract oil from rock-hard seeds until the early 1900s, when they invented high-heat chemical extraction using petroleum-based solvents like hexane. Here's the problem. The moment they use those chemicals and blast these seeds with extreme heat, they destroy the oil instantly. It's already oxidized, rancid, and inflammatory. And get this. Almost every deep-fried food you eat at restaurants, French fries, fried chicken, onion rings, fish and chips are fried with cottonseed oil. A 2021 study examined the effects of dietary fat sources on muscle health in older adults. Researchers found that seniors who consumed high amounts of omega-6 rich seed oils showed significantly increased inflammation and reduced muscle protein synthesis. The study concluded that oxidized lipids in industrially processed seed oils actively impaired muscle recovery and contributed to accelerated sarcopenia in adults over 60. In contrast, participants who avoided seed oils and consumed natural fats demonstrated better muscle mass retention, lower inflammatory markers, and improved strength gains. The second toxic fat is soybean oil. This fat is disastrous for your body. It's predominantly GMO, genetically modified, and your body treats it like a foreign invader. This type of fat doesn't just sit there harmlessly. It actively makes you fatter. You already know that fat tissue is your body's storage unit for things it doesn't recognize. Your body has no idea what to do with fats from soy, so it shoves it straight into your belly fat, your love handles, your problem areas. And here's the kicker. Losing that weight and building muscle becomes nearly impossible when your fat cells are stuffed with inflammatory fats from soy. Stop feeding this garbage to your body. Your body is smart enough to recognize poison. On the other hand, healthy fats from macadamia nuts and pecans, your body instantly recognizes these. It knows exactly how to metabolize them, use them for energy, and convert them into the building blocks your muscles need. A 2020 study investigated the impact of different dietary fat sources on body composition in older adults. Researchers found that seniors who consumed diets high in soy and other omega-6 rich seed oils experienced significantly greater visceral fat accumulation and blunted muscle protein synthesis. Participants who replaced seed oils with monounsaturated and omega-3 rich fats showed improved lean muscle mass, reduced abdominal fat, and better strength gains over 16 weeks. The third toxic fat is low-quality chocolate. Now, I know this may come as a surprise. After all, you've been told that chocolate is a healthy source of fat. But what if I told you that you've been greatly misled? Dark chocolate is only beneficial if you get 80% cocoa or higher. Anything below that, or worse, milk chocolate, and you're eating nothing but pure sugar. Remember Margaret? She was eating 4 squares of milk chocolate every night after dinner. 33% cocoa, loaded with sugar, but it said dark chocolate on the package. Here's why sugar is particularly devastating for seniors trying to build muscle. Sugar spikes insulin erratically. While insulin is muscle building when properly managed, chronic sugar consumption creates insulin resistance. Sugar triggers systemic inflammation. Inflamed muscles cannot grow. Sugar crashes your testosterone. Studies show consuming sugar causes a significant drop in testosterone for hours afterward. Lower testosterone means reduced muscle protein synthesis and increased fat storage. Sugar promotes muscle breakdown. High sugar intake elevates cortisol, your stress hormone, which breaks down muscle tissue for energy. A 2019 study examined the relationship between sugar intake and muscle health in adults over 65. Researchers found that higher sugar consumption was directly associated with reduced muscle mass, increased body fat, and significantly lower muscle strength. Margaret was eating that chocolate every night. We made one change. I told her to switch to 90% dark chocolate. Just 1 square after dinner if she wanted it. 8 weeks later, Margaret had dropped 7 pounds, all from her midsection, while gaining visible muscle definition in her arms and shoulders. Today, Margaret keeps a bar of 90% dark chocolate in her pantry. She eats it slowly, savors it, and her body finally responds the way it should. And there you have it. 2 powerful nuts that build muscle better than avocado, and 3 toxic fats that destroy everything. Now, I'm not asking you to change everything at once. Just do one small thing today. Check your kitchen. Look for cottonseed oil, soybean oil, low-quality chocolate. Throw them out. Replace them with pecans and macadamia nuts. Start with 1 handful at each meal. Which of these toxic fat sources have you been unknowingly consuming? Drop a comment below and let me know. I read every single one. But here's something even more exciting. Tomorrow, I'm revealing a vegetable that has 11 times more protein than eggs. 97% of seniors have never heard of it. Clinical trials showed 8.7 pounds of muscle gain in 12 weeks eating this vegetable. I can only share this with my subscribers first. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do it now. You don't want to miss tomorrow's secret vegetable reveal. I guarantee you've never heard of it. I'll see you tomorrow. Go build those muscles.